To keep you updated on the capital and financial markets, here is a recap of what happened.
The Securities and Exchange Board of India has strengthened its environmental, social and governance regulatory framework by introducing safeguards against purpose washing in ESG debt securities, the government informed Parliament. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, in a written reply to the Lok Sabha, said ESG debt issuers are required to track and disclose whether the funds raised are being used for the stated environmental and sustainability objectives. India's market regulator plans to relax disclosure requirements for offshore funds considered high risk, three sources with knowledge of the matter said, after rules introduced during its scrutiny of Adani led to complaints and legal challenges. The proposed changes would address what investors say were unintended consequences of the 2023 rules that were meant to prevent funds from holding concentrated investments in Indian companies. The sources said the expanded exemptions will give funds more time to disclose investors, making it easier for thematic funds to invest in India at a time when foreign portfolio investors have sold a record $26.88 billion so far in 2026. Social media platform operators have been given time to align their internal mechanisms to ensure that the removal of high-risk content involving scams and online gambling is carried out automatically. Communications Minister Datuk Seri Fahmi Fadzil said platform operators have expressed their readiness to comply with the requirements of the Child Protection Code and the Risk Mitigation Code under the Online Safety Act 2025. Through ONSA, the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission has introduced what is known as the CPC and the IMC. These two codes will be used to ensure that platforms comply with regulations related to online safety, including content involving scams and online gambling. A shift to technology stocks by China's most seasoned fund managers has backfired, with the unwinding of AI plays taking a toll on the performances of their products. Funds run by some star managers with a value investing approach all recorded declines in net asset values last month after they switched to chipmakers and the manufacturers of optical transceivers and out of long-held consumer bets in the second quarter. Technology stocks listed in mainland China suffered their biggest monthly declines in July, aligning with the global unraveling of artificial intelligence bets amid doubts about the investment returns on cloud service infrastructure. The pursuit of hot tech stocks by China's most influential fund managers, driven by the fear of missing out on the AI frenzy and a marked contrast to the value investing approach they were known for, probably saw them buy at the peak of the boom. Meanwhile, the consumer stocks they had abandoned rebounded as they piled into technology stocks at elevated prices. South Korean parents are ramping up efforts to give their children a head start in building long-term wealth by opening investment accounts even before they learn to crawl out of their cribs. Brokerage accounts of kids under the age of 1 have nearly tripled from a year ago to about 15,000 in June at Mari Asset Securities, the country's largest brokerage by market cap. New accounts openings for those under 9 have soared nearly 60% to around 185,000, the brokerage said, excluding duplicate accounts. That enthusiasm, triggered by Korea's AI-powered market rally, has sparked a trend toward generational wealth planning, though the volatility in the domestic stock market has prompted investors to look for value beyond the border as well.
FIMM is pleased to announce the release of its latest annual report, now available on its official website. Link in the description. The FIMM annual convention is back, and registration is now open. Be part of the conversations shaping the unit trust industry's future. Reserve your seat today and get ready for a day of insights, connections, and forward vision.
This has been the FIMM TV Weekly Recap. Be informed, stay updated. Be sure to like, share and subscribe.